and there's some amazing stories you're going to hear today. People who have helped people, people who have guided people. We have people who are innovators. We also have people who are keeping the jobs and the money rolling in manufacturing even in this town. And we'll throw in a chef and a few other things too. But we are glad to have you here. So I would like to just start with a land acknowledgement. St. Clair College would like to recognize and acknowledge that this site is on the Three Fires Confederacy traditional territory of the Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi nations. We would also like to acknowledge the many tribes and indigenous nations that call this beautiful land home. And we give thanks to the land and the surrounding waters for sustaining us. And now I'd like to introduce the president of our college, Michael Savaggi.
Thank you, John, for turning the page for me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the college's administration and the entire family of St. Clair staff and students, it is a pleasure to be with you this evening and to welcome everyone to enjoy the hospitality of our St. Clair College Center for the Arts. It is an honor to celebrate the remarkable achievements of this year's inspiring Alumni of Distinction. Next month, those achievements and life stories will be front and center again when the award recipients act as guest speakers during our convocation ceremonies in June. That creates a before and after atmosphere at those graduation events, swarming with our newest degree, diploma, and certificate holders just before they set off on their future paths, sent off into the world by our most distinguished graduates, reflecting upon how they used their St. Clair College background and experience to accumulate years of accomplishments in both their professions and their lives as community leaders. We are not quite asking them, what do you want to be when you grow up? But we do make inquiries when we are chatting with our newest graduates at their ceremonies along the lines of, you have just earned your St. Clair College credential. What are you going to do now? And most of them, thanks of course to the innate employability inherent in a St. Clair College education, reply that they already have an entry-level job associated with their field of study. Many of them, in fact, tell us that they had to take time off to attend their convocation ceremony because they have been working since the day they have left. And while that is the short-term answer about our graduates' immediate success that we love to hear, we know that those entry-level jobs comprise just the tip of the potential-laden iceberg of opportunity and achievement made possible by post-secondary education. It is on occasions such as the one we share this evening and during their guest speaker appearances at our convocation that we get to see the after factor of a St. Clair College education. Thanks to the passage of time and the accurate perspective that it provides, we can see the entirety of that iceberg of potential in the form of our Alumni of Distinction. The question we pose now to the individuals being honored tonight is not one involving foresight. It is not, what do you want to do when you grow up? Or what are you going to do now that you have your college diploma? Instead, we ask them now to use their hindsight and to answer these questions. Did you ever think you would be where you are in your life now when you were fresh out of school as a St. Clair College graduate? And between then and now, what twists and turns, what other avenues of lifelong learning brought you to this point? And some of the differences between the before scenario's aspirations and the after scenario's accomplishments are vast and varied. For instance, one of this evening's recipients, Chuck Kelly, graduated from St. Clair as a paramedic. but is now being recognized as the entrepreneurial founder of a multi-site fitness business. That dichotomy reminds me of a couple other alumni of distinction in recent years. One of a marketing graduate who was honored for his current existence as a top comedian in Canada. Another graduate from our animation program who is now a nationally renowned jewelry designer. Some career paths, apparently, take some crazy detours. Other grads, as evidenced by several of our honorees this year, maintain long-term careers related to their fields of study, but with additional elements of lifelong learning, probably surprise themselves by climbing the managerial ladder to the summit of their occupations as chief executives and owners. For instance, Paula Riem Zimmer's story of evolving from a nursing graduate to now the president and CEO of Blue Water Health almost identically mirrors that of Mary Jo Haddad, an alumni of distinction and Provincial Premier's Award winner in the year 2004, who graduated from nursing at St. Clair College, and ultimately became the president and CEO of Toronto's Hospital for Sick Children. In cases such as theirs, the career path may have been fairly straightforward, but it was impressively elevated. In all cases, the experience of our honorees can be labeled with two adjectives: impressive and inspirational. And that is the influence that they will surely have upon us tonight and upon our graduates during their convocation ceremonies. Upon hearing their stories, we and the graduates of 2025 will be impressed and certainly inspired to the degree that we will all be encouraged to strive for that level of excellence too, so that our befores may eventually approach the level of distinction of their afters. Congratulations once again to Chuck, Paula, Dino, Sherry, Adelina, and Walter. And thank you all once again for joining St. Clair College and its Alumni Association for this wonderful, amazing celebration. Congratulations to you all. Please enjoy your evening.
And now I'd like to call upon Gary Rossi, who is the chair of our Board of Governors, to share a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, on behalf of the Board of Governors, I'm honored to be with you as we welcome the newest members of St. Clair College's family of distinguished alumni. I am proud to say that this is the 32nd year in which the college has recognized the successes and contributions of former students who have excelled in their vocation and contributed to their community. This year's list of honorees will bring a total of 143 graduates recognized at the college since 1992. Our students, past and present, are beneficiaries of an investment in knowledge and practical skills, coupled with real-life experiences that form the foundation of their career when they leave the college. Tonight's award honorees have each been on a unique journey. Each of their paths started at St. Clair College. Their quest for achievement, however, did not stop here. They have gone on to enrich business, culture, technology, society, and health. Their stories are unique and stand as an inspiration to all of us. Tonight, you will learn about each member of the 2025 class of St. Clair College's Alumni of Distinction. They join a unique group of high-achieving individuals of previous years as distinguished alumni who reinforce to high school students and our community when a student enrolls at St. Clair College, one can start here but go anywhere. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I congratulate our honorees as we recognize and celebrate their outstanding achievements. Thank you and enjoy your evening.
And now, from the Alumni Association, our president, Belinda Bohos.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight as we celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of our 2025 Alumni of Distinction Award recipients. It is my privilege to welcome you back to St. Clair College. So many positive attributes come to mind when I think about how to describe our Alumni of Distinction Award recipients. They are innovative, dedicated, devoted, loyal, and pace setters in their respective fields. We are inspired and motivated by everyone's story. You stand as incredible role models for all our alumni, our students, and the faculty and staff of this institution. The one common element of all our distinguished guests is that they all started here at St. Clair College. It is this very fact which makes us all so proud of the heritage of this institution. It's fantastic to see the number of people here tonight sharing your success. Many are your family, friends, and coworkers who celebrate your achievements daily. I also want to welcome back our past Alumni of Distinction honorees joining us tonight. To our 2025 recipients, tonight we honor your accomplishments as one family, the St. Clair College family. On behalf of more than 140,000 members of the St. Clair College Alumni Association, congratulations to our guests of honor. Your hard work and dedication has enhanced the lives of your coworkers, your community, and our college. Thank you for allowing us to honor you this evening, and most of all, we are proud to have you as part of Saints Nation. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce our MPP from Member of Provincial Parliament from Chatham, Kent, and Leamington, all three of them. It's the one and only Trevor Jones.
Good evening, everyone. What a beautiful night. I'm Trevor Jones, your local MPP from Chatham, Kent, Leamington, and Ontario's Minister of Agriculture, Food, and Agribusiness. I'm so happy that you allowed me to join you in your special evening of celebration for the 32nd Annual St. Clair College Alumni of Distinction Awards. It's an honor to celebrate the achievements of this remarkable group of St. Clair alumni who have made outstanding contributions in business, community service, engineering, skilled trades, healthcare, culinary, and creative arts. Your work and your commitment to our communities inspires current students to follow their passions and apply their skills in meaningful ways to truly start here and go anywhere. Your impact and the legacy you've left inspires me. All of it done without want for recognition. This is what makes tonight's award so special. It's a testament to your values and the work you've done to improve the lives of others. On behalf of the Government of Ontario, I thank you for the positive impact you've made and continue to make on the lives of those around you. Congratulations. Have a wonderful evening.
I guess I should have called you Mr. Minister. Congratulations on that. Doug Ford has it right to have you representing us. And all the good growers in Chatham, Kent, and Leamington. Boy, he's matched those stars up well done. And now one of the favorite counselors of all of us.
From Ward number 3, elected from the City of Windsor, Ronaldo Agostino.
That's okay, there's no script, but I don't need one. Certainly thank you on behalf of the mayor and the rest of the city council. Thank you to St. Clair College for hosting this event tonight. Thank you for investing in this building. Everything you do here is a testament to the hard work you guys put in to reinvigorating our downtown and bringing people back downtown. So much so that our diabolical plans to bring people downtown has worked, because I think for a lot of people in this room, it's 2 nights in a row that you've been here now. So we're finding ways to bring you back downtown and keep you happy and keep you fed. And you know, tonight is such a special night for the college. Everything the college does, and working with John and Patty and Mike, everybody here has been so fantastic over all my years. And you know, I remember after I graduated university, I went to school at the college for a little while, and you know, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, and I wanted to do something. I didn't want to sit at home and do nothing while I was working, so I went to the college. And I remember my brief time at St. Clair College, one of the most important things I ever heard was from my teacher, and I wish I could remember her name. But she said to me, it was like a second day of school in the advertising program at St. Clair. She says, listen, stop telling me what you're thinking about and start showing me what you're going to do about it. And that lesson has stuck with me for the rest of my life. So tonight is about those lessons, about hustling. And the students that are being celebrated tonight are hustlers, are ones that want to do things, not just think about them, not just talk about them, but go out there and do things. And those are the people that change things in our society. Those are the people we need, and those are the people you guys produce here each and every day, just like you guys have done. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to the students. Thank you to the college. Thanks for coming back downtown for another night. I don't think we got anything going on tomorrow night to feed you, do we? No. So thank you very much.
Could someone in the kitchen get a dinner for him for tomorrow? We want to make it a three-peat. Have him back here 3 days in a row. And now from the County of Essex, we don't leave them out, our Deputy Warden, Joe Bicchetti, to give greetings from the county.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you, St. Clair College, for once again inviting the County of Essex to be part of this wonderful event honoring your Alumni of Distinction. I am always blown away by the accomplishments of the St. Clair College alumni, whether they're from Essex County, Windsor, or far beyond. St. Clair graduates come from everywhere in the world and go anywhere in the world to pursue dreams in every endeavor you can possibly imagine. I'm proud that some of them, including Essex Windsor EMS Chief Justin Lambers, work for the County of Essex. Chief Lambers received the St. Clair College Alumni Distinction Award in 2019 and has fostered strong ties between our paramedic service and your paramedic program here at the college. Right now, graduates of your paramedic program are driving ambulances and providing compassionate care across Windsor and Essex County. They can hit the ground running as new recruits thanks to the exceptional education and training that they receive here at St. Clair College. Who knows, the future chief of Essex Windsor EMS might well be taking classes at St. Clair College right now or checking out one of your brochures while finishing their final year of high school. Speaking of paramedics, we are honoring a former paramedic here tonight. He took his degree in ambulance and emergency care and embraced preventative health care, co-founding a chain of fitness clubs with 150,000 members across Canada. We are also honoring another healthcare professional who graduated from the nursing program and went on to become the president and CEO of a major hospital system. And we are paying tribute tonight to the president and owner of a tool and mold company, an award-winning engineer in the automotive industry, a senior mentor and former Citizen of the Year using robotics to inspire the next generation, and a teacher, an award-winning chef who comes from Tecumseh, who raises money to combat community hunger. What an incredible group of people, and what an impressive and varied inventory of accomplishments. You are role models and inspirations for the next generation of St. Clair College graduates. Congratulations, Chuck, Paula, Dino, Walter, Sherry, and Adelina. Just like your alma mater, you have pursued excellence in all you do and made us proud to know you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Well, you might as well stand up, Chief. You got half his speech was all about you. The EMS Chief for Essex Windsor, Justin Lammers. Stand up. And just so you know, we have other Alumni of Distinction in the room, but you can sit down now. We will not be introducing you again. But thank you, Justin, for showing up, because it'd be a 1-minute speech without you not being here. I think you covered everyone, so I don't have to say any more, but I think we're ready for our first course. Thank you, Joe, for all that. You covered everybody. Most importantly, you are here sharing an amazing night with all of us. And people say, you know, St. Clair College, you know, how many grads have you had? Like, I remember someone who went, my uncle went, so-and-so went, and my kids are just starting, and all this kind of stuff. Well, this June, we will be graduating our over 150,000 graduates since 1967. So that's a lot of Christmas cards for people. We'll have to start writing soon, but I'd like to shout out to our sponsor this evening. We'd like to thank Bel Air Direct and Yvonne Brady, who is here tonight and being our dinner guest sponsor. Yvonne, please stand up where you are, right over there. Thank you. And thank you to Your TV, Windsor, Cogeco Cable, who, may I say, has got some amazing shows on it. If you have not had it, you need to go face to face with this TV station, face to face with the hosts. But we want to thank them for being our broadcast sponsor. And this will be airing soon, and we'll let everybody know on the alumni, stclairalumni.com, when it will air. But you know that it'll be airing 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We'll try to air it as much as we can. Okay, but thank you to Your TV at Cogeco. All right, here we go. From the field of healthcare, tonight we honor an inspiring healthcare leader and proud alumni of St. Clair College's class of 1994. Nursing graduate and president and CEO of Blue Water Health, Ms. Paula Riem Zimmer. I just want to say that I just saw you roll your eyes at that. My mother was a nurse, and I know that look. Paula's journey in healthcare began when she humbly describes as average high school grades, but there was nothing average about what came next. At St. Clair College, during a placement at the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance in her hometown, Paula discovered a calling supported by dedicated mentors and hands-on experience, and her passion for healthcare began to flourish. After graduating from St. Clair College, Paula's thirst for knowledge led her to earn a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the University of Windsor, followed by a Master's of Science and Doctorate in Healthcare Administration from Central Michigan University. Over the years, she's worked across the spectrum of healthcare, from mental health and addictions services to clinical management, ultimately rising to lead Blue Water Health as its president and CEO. And for those of you that are following along on the scroll this evening, a former president and CEO, Sue Denemy, was also alumni of the college and Alumni of Distinction. So this is how it rolls. And there's one other in this room. Hang on a minute. Oh, Kristen Kennedy is here. Oh, Kristen, the CEO and president, one of our Alumni of Distinction of Erie Shores Healthcare. There she is. So the CEO thing is just going wonderful. In this role that she has as CEO, she's known for her servant leadership and unwavering commitment in building and empowering collaborative teams. She has been instrumental in integrating acute and community care, improving transitions, and removing barriers to ensure patients receive seamless, compassionate, and efficient care. Paula is proof that begins as a spark in a college classroom can ignite a career of purpose, service, and transformative leadership. Please join me in welcoming a visionary healthcare leader and another CEO as a St. Clair College graduate, Ms. Paula Riem Zimmer. Come on up. And for all those following along of the other 5, you could kind of see this is like the big test thing for you.
Well, this is so fun because I was thinking when you described it, I thought, you know, if I asked the men in my life sitting at the table in front of me, please sit down so I can share some of my highlights, I would have to tie them to the chair. But they're sitting there as my captive audience tonight.
That's right. So what do you want to tell them? Why don't you start with that? You need to say anything to them?
Well, I think that, you know, I don't want to preempt my speech.
Okay, I won't do that. We don't repeat.
Okay.
How was your experience at St. Clair College, just say as a nursing graduate of our Chatham campus, which we still have nursing today and everything? What are some of your memories?
I think some of my early memories really are how quickly we bond as students. I think that that's really important for a local college experience, is that especially in the nursing trade, you have your small groups and you go through all of your placements together. You have each other's back, where your colleagues you knew who was struggling, maybe you were doing study groups, or you're in the hospital, everyone's shaking to give your first injection, that we're all supporting one another. And it was just a really nurturing. It's still some individuals who I still love connecting with now.
Good. So I wanted to ask you, how did you know you were going to be a nurse? How does a nurse know they're going to be a nurse?
Yeah, I think very quickly on. I think that early in my life I loved providing care and being that nurturing person. Even in my nursing studies, you know, there'd be times where you'd have to, we are in the labor and delivery and you're normally watching labor, and I wanted to be with the mother, you know, and talk through it and make sure I was supporting the care, the individual. So I think that throughout my career, it was just an opportunity to give back and to care and be there when people need it most.
So tell us about your day-to-day at Blue Water Health.
Well, I'm sure Kristen can relate to lots of it. It's a roller coaster, and certainly right now in healthcare, it's just such uncertain times, and it's extremely rewarding. It can start working with our senior team and just a fantastic leadership team at Blue Water Health that I work with, really talking about, are we on board with our strategy? Are we moving in the right direction? It can be interrupted with any different thing throughout a hospital, and often listening to a patient's story, who they want to share a fantastic story or a story that we can learn from. And a lot of meetings with very intense conversations. And when that gets kind of overwhelming, then I love walking out to the units. I love executive rounding and walking to the units and being on medicine or in the merge or outpatient rehab and just connecting with the patients, asking them how they're doing, or the staff. And it really helps remind you, kind of resets you to kind of get energized again when you go back to the office and have a lot of challenging conversations.
Right on. So someone sitting watching this today or in the audience today and says, boy, I'd love to be a nurse. I'd love to go to school somewhere. Why should someone go to St. Clair College?
I think the college experience, very similar. Actually, my husband came through the college experience as an apprentice, and now a successful business owner. And I think we both have a very strong philosophy of really learning at the front line, understanding everything that happens day to day, and learning the basic skills. So as you proceed in your leadership journey, you really can relate. And that's been an important part. I think that's an important part of the college experience. The applied learning, the understanding what happens at the bedside allows you to move through the nursing leadership opportunities, really understanding what goes on at the bedside.
Great, thank you. Why don't you go ahead and do your speech? Go ahead.
Paula, everybody.
Thank you, John. And thank you so much to the St. Clair College alumni. This is just really such an honor. It has been such a lovely trip down memory lane the past month as I've been preparing for this. My journey commenced as a nursing student at St. Clair College Thames campus during a time when my family was having some challenging years in our life. It wasn't a time that it wasn't timely for me to move away from home from a financial or a support standpoint, and I really wanted to stay close to my family. So I do want to recognize my two sisters, Carla and Nini, who they embodied my father's spirit, and they have been just unwavering support and have really been by my side and been also very proud of me throughout my career. Remaining local turned out to be a fortuitous decision that set me on a path to nursing, and nursing was instinctively right for me. My experience at St. Clair College shaped me from the instructors who held me up, who they earned respect from all the students, from their faculty, and clearly earned respect from the healthcare sector who they were introducing us to. These mentors instilled in me the importance of being a role model and highlighted how our words and actions can significantly impact those aspirations of people they're teaching. As the saying goes, nothing worth having comes easy. In fact, during some of our toughest moments of my doctorate studies, while raising a family and working as a nurse, it was our son, Aaron, who challenged me when I thought of quitting for my doctorate. He inspired me, fueling my determination to cross the finish line. Our paths indeed require sacrifices and perseverance to achieve meaningful success. This award is not mine alone. It's shared with my family. For the past 34 years, Chris and I have built our lives on a foundation of mutual trust and love, often making sacrifices along the way for one another and for our family. He has been my sounding board, my critic, steadfast supporter, and throughout my academic and leadership journey. I'm really not sure I'd be here without him. Our children who are here, Ty and Stace, and Aaron and Meg, and our 4 grandsons, and Logan's here with us, and he's becoming my special guest at many hospital events. They continue to motivate me to be my best self, so that they too may embrace a learning journey, giving back and supporting one another. As accomplished leaders, we have a vital, I'm trying to read, but these beads are kind of putting a really iridescent kind of look on my paper here. As accomplished leaders, we have a vital responsibility to cultivate opportunities to those around you. I wouldn't be here if someone didn't tap me on the shoulder, open a door for me, or offer to be my mentor. Even now, I reach out to them with words of wisdom and reassurance. Linda, who's my friend here, also with me, continues to remind me, you rise when you raise others. As CEO of Blue Water Health, I'm reminded daily of the fortune I have to serve alongside such dedicated individuals who share my commitment of working together with kindness and compassion. Although I'm not certain what's in store for me next, although Chris will say many years because he's kind of hung up on return on investment of my doctorate, I can say that I've taken furthering my education, starting at St. Clair College, has afforded me a career full of joy, pride, and immense gratitude. And I thank you very much for this honor.
Sure.
That's good, John. Congratulations
Thank
again.
you. Thanks, John.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. And now I'd like to move to an international honoree. I mean, his residence and workplace is across the river. We have an exceptional innovator, problem solver, and proud St. Clair College graduate from the class of 2009, Mr. Walter LaPlante. Chew. From a young age, Walter showed natural curiosity and talent for electronics and engineering, a gift that would nurture and sharpen through his St. Clair College mechanical engineering technology. Mechatronics program, so you were right, boss. You knew where I was going with it. That's the problem with these presidents. They always know where you're going to end up. Graduating with distinction, Walter credits his time at the college for giving him not just a theoretical knowledge, but practical, hands-on experience that helped him discover his passions and shape his career path. Today, Walter is a leader in control systems and connectivity at Ford Motor Company in Dearborn, Michigan. That's a good, no, they were happy. Serving as a control and industrial connectivity supervisor in Ford Stamping and Engineering Division. With further education at McMaster, the University of New Brunswick, and Wayne State, Walter's contribution has earned him 2 patents, with a 3rd pending. Yeah, that's a woo. As well as prestigious Henry Ford Technology Award and multiple Technology Excellence Awards. But his impact doesn't end at the office. Walter is also a devoted advocate for his daughter and for the deaf and hard of hearing community in Michigan. His efforts help pass state legislation that provides parents of young children with hearing loss greater access to education about sign language and early language development. Walter is a shining example of how technical expertise, creativity, and compassion can come together to drive innovation and make a meaningful difference in both industry and a community. Please join me in welcoming a remarkable engineer, advocate, and of course, proud St. Clair College alumnus, our St. Clair College Saints Nation representative from across the river, Mr. Walter LaPlante. There you go.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Do you remember your first day at St. Clair College?
See, my wife and I talked about that.
I've heard that groan.
So it's funny you asked that because I remember my first day of high school, but first day of college. But I do remember my first day of skills competition. There was an instructor at St. Clair College, namely Ryan Pepper, and I remember the time that he taught me a lot of tricks up on the sleeve that how you can do the PLC program, and that got me into the skills competition. And so that's one of the memories I have at St. Clair College of how awesome the instructors are here.
I wanted to ask you then, hold on a minute, because we have our president right behind you. And you're saying that Ryan Pepper, who's here tonight, isn't he here?
Ryan Pepper.
Where's Ryan? Stand up.
I think he's over here somewhere.
Stand up, Ryan. There he is.
There he is.
Going forward, we'll be calling him the magician of St. Clair College. So, tricks up your sleeve, up his sleeve.
There's a lot of stuff that you do as in engineering. I mean, of course, you don't cut corners, but how you do it in the right time, in a short amount of time. That's part of being creative. So that's one of them.
What is it like to have a patent done? To get a patent, not once, not twice, but you're working on your third.
It's an honor. It's my way of giving back to the community, to the world, and how we be innovative. So these kind of patents are the way to how we set up to the new technology. So for example, the Henry Ford Technology Award. That was a technology that actually came here in Windsor Engine for the first time. And that had led to some patent through brain tech. So that's one of the examples that we have in Windsor where the technology, it's the first time, and it gravitates towards manufacturing.
Right.
So it's amazing how things work like that in the patent.
I don't know if you know, but one of our also Alumni of Distinction, Tony Savoni.
I know him.
Do you really?
Yes, he just
Ford,
retired.
Ran here, right? Worked, and now was just retired. Do you know he retired?
Yep, he just retired out at Oakville.
Yeah, he's going to start doing patents, he said. He wanted to talk to you, but he couldn't be here tonight. But he's going to work on patents with you.
I'm going to change out to that guy.
Okay, that's great. You've been really involved with the community from a family aspect and things like that. How did you decide to do that and step out of being just someone who's known about it, lived it, but do the extra? So what was your heartfelt knowledge for that?
So you see, we all know this from Windsor. We're a very small community here. I've been to Thames campus in Chatham. That's even a much smaller community. So it's really the community that really inspired a lot of us. So being part of that community is like, how do we get back to the people who are younger generations and have them look up to us? How do we inspire them? And so that's one way I can get back, is to show videos or show different technical innovations, and how can I inspire them? Can they follow the same steps and contribute in the community when there's 10, 20, 30 years down the road?
That's right on.
Thank you.
And how does, engineers are engineers. But you had to also get into the community and help your daughter and learning with the hearing and be a community outside of the bubble of an engineer to do that. Was that difficult?
So it's an obstacle, it's a barrier. That's what gravitated towards me. It's perseverance. With hearing loss, one of the things is how do we overcome all the different obstacles. That's what I want for my daughter, is how do we give her language so that way she can excel just like all of us, and there's nothing that's holding her back. So that's one way I can remove that obstacle, and so she can grow and hopefully maybe a future engineer, just like her dad. Or if she wants to do something else, more power to her.
Sounds pretty good. Well, I'll let you go ahead and let's hear your speech. All right, Walter LaPlante, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, so I didn't bring the paper with me. I just flew in from Tennessee. So I just want to take the time to thank you, everybody, for putting all this together. This is a gorgeous facility. I want to appreciate the Alumni Association who put it all together. So really, this is a beautiful reception, gorgeous. So thank you for all of that. I want to take the time to appreciate what St. Clair had provided to us. I did mechatronics engineering back in 2009. So I want to recognize Ryan Pepper, who's been my instructor for the last 3 years. That really ultimately led me to become an engineer. I went to McMaster for 4 years, electrical engineering. And then I've been humbled to get a career at Ford Motor Company in the last 12 years. Ford has given me an incredible amount of opportunities. I really want to recognize Ford for allowing engineers like myself to really do whatever I want. I'm a go-getter, and that's where these patents are. And so I want to appreciate Ford for allowing me to go to powertrain, vehicle operations, advanced manufacturing, and now I'm over in stamping. And I want to say stamping engineering is one of the difficult stamping facility because there's one of the most difficult technologies because this is one of the most manufacturing process that gives you the high speed so that we make 16 parts per minute and that's insanely fast to build a vehicle. So I just want to recognize that. And then on top of that, I really want to I appreciate my family, especially Angie Manser, for nominating me. Thank you. And her beautiful families here, Scott, Ian, Shelby. It really means a lot you got to be here. And I also want to thank my wife, who's been there, thick skin. She sacrificed. We made a lot through the years. We've been married for 12 years now. Thank you for everything you've done. I would have not be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you. I love you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me here. It's been an honor, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Each of our Alumni of Distinction and all the Alumni of Distinction in the past are receiving specially made gold-plated 24 karat in the air, 24 karat special pin as only Alumni of Distinction with green sapphires on it. So it's kind of unique from our friends at Baron Rings. But not only that, the person who designed it was also Alumni Distinction, Will Bigelow. So shout out to Baron Rings and Will Bigelow, another Alumni Distinction giving back, but we appreciate that. Dino Michelli is a proud graduate of St. Clair College's class of 1992, mold making program, and a true champion of local industry and community. Dino is the president and founder of Caliber Tool and Mold, a company he launched in 2016 after more than 3 decades of hands-on experience in the trades. His journey began at St. Clair College, where every lesson he learned in the classroom was immediately put to work as he entered the fast-paced world of mold making. From apprentice to senior executive, Dino worked his way up literally from the shop floor to the boardroom tables. He developed his expertise at a number of local firms, including leadership roles as estimating manager at Valiant TMS. But Dino had a vision and a drive to build something of his own. That vision became Caliber Tool and Mold, a thriving business that now employs 30 skilled professionals right here in Windsor, Essex. Skilled trades, folks. Dino is more than just a business owner. He is a mentor and advocate for the next generation of tradespeople. Through the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, he actively supports and trains young mold makers, ensuring the strength and future of our local manufacturing sector. He also is a dedicated community supporter, giving back generously to local causes, especially Autism Ontario, a cause that is close to his heart due to family, with personal family connections. Dino exemplifies the values of hard work, integrity, mentorship, and community leadership, all built the sole foundation of what we do at St. Clair College, at the education we provide. Please join me in welcoming an outstanding alumnus and business leader in the trades. We love our trades, Dino Michelli. Now, this is not the first time I've gone face to face with one of your relatives with the same last name. Oh, they are here. Okay. I had two over there that had.
He's more educated than I am.
You think so?
Well, absolutely.
Well, we'll disprove that. Trades is an amazing thing right now in this community with everything going on and everything. So, how's it going?
We're going through a dynamic time right now. In our industry, in the mold making tool and die, which we call MTD, is protected under the CUSMA agreement. So we haven't seen an effect in our area just yet, but we will probably within the next few months. Meaning that the parts suppliers who pull parts from our molds that we build will come to a standstill where they can't build vehicles. That in turn will affect our business. But for now, I think we're okay. Hopefully our new Prime Minister can clear this up and we can move on to the next chapter.
Okay, politicians, you just got that? Did you write all that down? All right, start calling Ottawa. Whole things with trades and everything right now. How did you know you wanted to be a tradesperson?
Well, I can tell you this. When I was a kid, my parents bought me a brand new bike. That brand new bike was disassembled probably by the end of the day. I had to know how it worked.
Is that right?
So I was in the backyard. My dad was at work. My mom was, with my brothers and sisters, and I was in the backyard with all these wrenches, taking it apart because I wanted to know how the back pedal, all these bearings worked. From there, I was always tinkering with stuff, and a neighbor of ours, he said to me, you're going to be a tool maker one day. And I said, well, what's that? He goes, you make molds or dies. I didn't know what that was. I was only probably 10 or 11 years old. And I thought a tool maker made hammers, screwdrivers, stuff like that. But from an early age, I was always finicking with different things.
So when you went to your first day at St. Clair College, what do you remember? What do you remember of those early years? Before you became a CEO and all this other stuff.
I remember I couldn't find parking. That's what I remember.
Is that right?
Wow. I couldn't find parking. I remember everybody's, along the, scattered in the hallways, trying to find their classroom. But St. Clair College, I could tell you this, it laid the base foundation for helping me gain confidence. And that confidence carried me to the next level, to the shop floor. Because when you come into the shop floor and you have some know-how, people treat you a little different. So when I came from the college with some background in tooling, the onus was on my leaders to teach me the basics. So they left me learning different things quickly. And my mentors and my managers, my leaders, they all saw that. And they seen something in me that I'm grateful that they did. And they took me under their wing and mentored me into who I am today.
So when that student comes in for the first day with the big eyes and everything like this, do you tell them like the bike story?
No, what I tell them is,
I've got a bike in the back, would you please disassemble it, see how you do?
What I tell them is, you're in a new environment. Take your time. My first priority is don't get hurt at what you're touching. Make sure you know what you're doing. Ask if you don't know what you're doing. But I try and take these students and I try to teach them the way I learned. We work in a faster environment in tool and die and mold, and we have to hit deliverables, and everybody's pushing that project through the shop as quickly as they can. So to take a student and teach them the right way, I'm privileged to do that, and I want to do that. And I make sure that my journeymen at my shop do that also.
All right, proud of you. Congratulations. Very good.
I just want to start off by saying I dedicate this night to my father, who always gave me me and my siblings the confidence that if you try anything, you can do it. He told me that if you learn a trade, nobody can ever take it away from you. To my wife, you believed in me, and here we are today with no regrets. To my mom and my family, you all mean the world to me. Friends, guests, honorable members, thank you for having me here tonight. I'm honored and humbled to be recognized as a recipient of the prestigious distinction. My whole adult life, I have tried to be a good example for others to learn from, and receiving this award will strengthen my belief that doing good will always be recognized by others, but may never be mentioned, but if it does, you have a spectacular result, such as this evening. When I attended the college, it was very different from what I was used to at high school. I grew up just a few blocks away from W.D. Lowe, where I basically knew almost everyone. And now I was attending a school with students from all over Windsor, Essex. What a big place, all the new faces. This was very different and exciting at the same time. Most of my friends either went to automotive class, business class, University of Windsor, or either directly into the working field. But it didn't take long for me to make friends at the college. Everyone there was there for the same reason. Get a skill set that will help you get a career. I remember my first day going to class, and the teacher said, "Listen up, lads. The more you learn, the more you earn. And the more you know, the less you do." At the time when our teachers had said that, it didn't make sense to me, but as I matured, it all came to light. To this day, I believe my teachers were not completely there for the paycheck, but they wanted to pass their knowledge on to me. They were hands-on teaching knowledges that passed to make us better. They showed us how to make details precisely that worked in the real working world. And in regards to theory classes and math classes, they knew how to make it stick using different shop methodologies that made it interesting and kept our attention to let it sink in. The drafting class at the college was top-notch. This class basically brought me ahead of the other apprentices at the work environment who did not go to the college. I was able to take the skills from the school that I developed to work, and all the training I obtained at St. Clair College gave me the confidence that I was going to be good at this career that I was chasing. In my graduating year, I was selected by International Tool, which is the largest mold maker in North America. This opportunity gave me hands-on experience to learn from the most talented mold makers in the world. 2 years later, I accepted a position with Valiant, where I became a licensed journeyman, a mold maker. I was at the forefront of the transition from the onboard designs to computer-aided design, and from tracing models to CAM 5-axis high-speed machining. During my time with Valiant, I was recognized by management that I had the knowledge and capabilities to move into engineering, and I was asked to take the position of the estimating department. After 4 years, I became the estimating manager, and then appointed to the executive role as operations manager for the Valiant Mold Division. I have traveled to many countries around the world to bring business back to Canada, and also see what our competitors were doing offshore to ensure what we were doing was a step ahead of them. I'm the founder and president of Caliber Tool and Mold. Caliber was established in 2016, producing molds for the automotive, agricultural, construction, and consumer products. During the COVID pandemic, the mold, tool, and die sector, which I am so proud of here in Windsor, Essex, We produce molds to produce face shields, respiratory machines, and other essential components to help our community get through this devastating time. My take on skilled trades is that we are all not cut from the same cloth. There are those who like the concept and idea, and then there are those who turn the imagination into a creation. Skilled trades, be it a toolmaker, a carpenter, a plumber, electrician, mechanic, you're all needed, no matter what the economic situation is at hand. Skilled trades has evolved over the years, where I would like to touch on my area of expertise. The blacksmith in the early times was a person who created anything made using metal. Today, that tradesperson is called a toolmaker. Toolmakers, mold makers, die makers all perform the same type of work. The difference is the end product coming from the die or the mold is either steel or plastic. Building these tools requires high accuracy tolerances, for example, half the thickness of your hair. I have personally been very fortunate to have the guidance and mentoring to bring me to where I am today. One of the most rewarding compliments I received when the chairman and owner of Valiant, Mike Soltz, bless his soul, said to me, "I know you will not work for me very much longer, but when you go on your own, and if you need anything from me, you pick up the phone and call me." Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to work with many entry-level mold makers and die makers, machinists and designers who have come through the St. Clair College program. And I've always appreciated the skill sets they received from the college. I am the eldest of 6. My parents immigrated from Sicily in the 60s to make a new life for themselves and the children they were going to have. I was very intrigued at a young age on how things worked. And I was always tinkering with anything that had moving parts, dismantling them completely, putting them back together. To all the students here tonight, buildings, cars, airplanes, whatever you see and whatever you can touch, tradespeople had something to do with that. You can make it happen. You're the next generation. Set your goals and chase them. Thank you and have a great night.
Go ahead and get your trophy and I'll give you that back.
Beautiful smile.
Thank you. Thanks. Back this way. Thank you. There you go. Well, he's certainly head and antlers above the other one that I interviewed in the face-to-face. Next, we're going to hear about an amazing lady, Sherry Lynn Koschelski. Yes, look at that. Was that a real person or was that someone from robotics making that noise? Was that a machine or real people? It's my thrill to introduce you to a lady that I've spent many of Saturdays in March and April with. Now let me explain. I don't want to get in any trouble with anybody. But for over a decade, First Robotics Windsor Essex has had the Great Lakes competitions. The college has been one of the first sponsors and scholarships and for schools and students to be a part of that. So we've been there from the very beginning. It's nice to have St. Clair as a start of something and continues on. She is someone who is just unbelievable energy and care and commitment for our community spirit that she shows, nothing short of inspiring. She's a St. Clair College alumnus, class of 1986, Business Commons graduate. Sherry Lynn has dedicated her life to lifting up others, whether it's through Scouts and Pathfinders, local school boards, and her many volunteer efforts in LaSalle, which earned her a title of LaSalle Citizen of the Year. She is the kind of person who makes every community she touches stronger. But perhaps nowhere is her impact more evident then in the world of FIRST Robotics. Sherry has become a driving force behind this life-changing initiative, working with students, educators, parents, and volunteers to build a thriving culture of STEM, learning, and innovation across Windsor, Essex, and beyond. Her passion began with the students, inspired by their drive and creativity, but it grew quickly into a calling. Over the years, she's worn about every hat you could imagine as a tournament director, a volunteer coordinator, a pit alumni lead. I think we got some pit. I'd like to know how you do that, because at the college, I think there's some pits I've been falling into. I'd like to be a lead in it too. An ambassador, and now, of course, a senior mentor. Her fingerprints are on every success story of FIRST Robotics that has produced in this region. Sherry's mission is simple but powerful: to help more kids every year find their potential, build lifelong skills, and experience the joy of personal growth. Her legacy is already visible in the hundreds and hundreds of young people she's mentored, including her own 4 children, who are proudly carrying the torch and expanding the FIRST movement across Canada. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our community champion who has invested so much in the youth of our community, Sherry Lynn. Come on up. Well, that's a lot of sparkle going on. So for someone who didn't really start into the mentoring program and what you went to school for, tell us how that is bridged from what you started on, went to school for, and then getting into FIRST Robotics. Was it that husband of yours? Or was it on your own?
I think it was more the kids. I started out in the business doing secretarial and bookkeeping, where I started out in some businesses and then stayed home with my kids. Was able to run my own Avon business for the past 30 years and just continued to grow from there. Once I got involved with activities with the kids, was scouting and guiding in the schools, and then the kids got involved in robotics, and we've never turned back.
And for those of you who don't know what this robotics is, it's like a Super Bowl. Now, it's not all about sports. They're building these machines, and every year they come to our place and they get a package, and it tells them what the theme is and what they're going to be building and what their machine has got to do with shooting balls into something or picking things up or doing things like this. It's just amazing. So if you've not seen robotics, please follow it, and they've been doing an amazing job. They partner with us, our friends at the University of Windsor as well. So it must be pretty neat for you to have everybody join in and being a part of this in our community of post-secondary education.
We'd love to have everybody come and join. We recruit the alumni, the students from the university. A lot of them come out and volunteer at St. Clair College. We advertise through all of those institutions when it comes to volunteers. We're always looking for mentors and coaches to help out the students and the teams. So yeah, anybody who wants to come out, and the students, there's always a place for everybody, as well as for anybody who wants to come and volunteer.
Do you have a name of a student that you remember the most in robotics that has gone on that you're just so proud of? I mean, I know it's kids and you're proud of all the kids and your kids and everyone's kids are good, but has there been an amazing story of one student that has really, really moved on?
That's a tough one.
I have to ask tough questions.
Yep,
this family knows over here, but...
I don't even know if I can answer that. There are so many. There's a few actually who have joined me here today that have been an inspiration to me through all of the different things that they've learned over the years, and coming back to mentor and coach as well as my own kids who've all volunteered with me, and we all meet at the program. Sometimes it gives us an opportunity to get together.
I would be remiss if I did not do a shout out to Centerline. Centerline has been a part of the very beginning, the Beneteau family, and always there, because they even let that husband of yours out to play around with robotics too. And by the way, her husband Larry is also Alumni Distinction for all his work at Centerline in robotics as well. So another chapter of a husband and wife, the first husband and wife team that have been Alumni of Distinction. How about that?
That's pretty cool.
Not bad. All right, I'll let you go do your thing here. And again, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am both humbled and honored to receive this distinction award and to stand among tonight's recipients and those who have come before us. Thank you to St. Clair College for this incredible recognition and for supporting me from the classroom to where I am today. Congratulations to all of our other honorees. What an inspiring group to be a part of. When I attended St. Clair College, I knew I wanted to work in an office as a secretary and bookkeeper, but I had no idea where that path would lead. From the office to running my own Avon business to volunteering at the grade school, scouting, guiding, and eventually to First Robotics, where I now spend most of my time. I've discovered that volunteering and supporting others is truly my passion. It's what drives me, whether in my home life, in my career, or out in the community. There are so many people I need to thank who have been a part of my journey. First and foremost, my husband, my partner for over 40 years. Thank you for always encouraging my interests and passions. From the moment we married and I enrolled at St. Clair to pursue my dream of a business education, you've been my rock. Together, we've built a life beyond anything I imagined. Thank you for always standing by my side, especially in raising our 4 amazing children, Joel, Ian, Aaron, and Jaylene. I am so blessed to be your mom. You've inspired me, taught me, and are the reason I became involved in First Robotics and the many other activities I've volunteered with over the years. And to our other children, Sarah, Corey, and Nicole, you've joined our family. You are each extraordinary. I couldn't be prouder to call you part of our family as well. Each and every one of you mean the world to me, and I'm so happy that together our entire family shares our passion for First Robotics. I am truly blessed to have you all as part of my journey. I never imagined I'd be standing here today receiving this award among all these amazing recipients. This honor is not just mine, it belongs to all of you, because I wouldn't be up here today without each of you being part of my story. To my parents and my extended family and friends, thank you for always supporting me, encouraging me, even when that meant pushing me outside of my comfort zone and standing with me, whether volunteering or just being there. You all mean so much to me, and I wouldn't be the person I am without your love and encouragement. Thank you for being here to share in this tonight. It's been an absolute joy to work with so many coworkers, students, mentors, coaches, and volunteers through First Robotics. I cherish the opportunity to support each of you in many ways and help you shape your own story. This program has changed my life as much as it's changed the lives of so many others. Thank you to the students who've joined us tonight. Watching you grow into young adults and helping you discover your passions is the reason I do what I do. You are my why. I love this work. Thank you again to St. Clair College for starting me on this journey, to First Robotics for giving me a place to live out my passion, to Windsor Essex First Robotics for helping and supporting to make things happen, to Centerline for your continued support, and to St. Clair College for supporting all of the teams and local events that we run, and to my family and friends for walking this path with me. I am truly grateful for every opportunity I've had and for those yet to come. I look forward to continuing my work with First to reach even more youth and to inspire others as I have been inspired. And if you'd like to help support the next generation, our future leaders, I invite you to join me. There's room for everyone on this journey. Thank you.
I'll give you that back. We'll get you- Little leg cramps from workout this morning. Sorry I was here a little later. I had to do my walk at the river. Yeah, just hold one more salad for me. I just can't get enough. I want you to meet an exceptional alumnus of St. Clair College from the class of 1991, Ambulance and Emergency Care, Mr. Chuck Kelly. Now, don't overthink this, what I just said. Remember, our marketing and branding for the college is where we tell our students, start here and go anywhere. Chuck began his career on the front lines as a paramedic, responding to emergencies and helping people in their most vulnerable moments. It was a job that demanded compassion, quick thinking, and resilience, qualities that would serve him well in the next chapter of his journey. After years of service in the field, Chuck developed a vision, one focused not just on emergency response, but on prevention and wellness. That vision took shape in the mid-1990s when he co-founded Movati Athletics. What started as a single fitness club has grown into one of Canada's most respected wellness brands, with 20 locations across Ontario and Alberta, serving over 150,000 members, employing over 2,500 people. As president and CEO, Chuck has redefined what it means to lead with purpose, creating inclusion, state-of-the-art spaces that prioritize both physical and mental well-being. Yet, for all his professional success, Chuck's heart has never strayed from his hometown of Amherstburg. He is a dedicated supporter of the Miracle League. Everyone's hear about the Miracle League in Amherstburg, all the great work they're doing out there. Not only funding opportunities for young athletes with disabilities, but also proudly cheering them on, especially for his daughter from the stands. Chuck exemplifies how a St. Clair College education paired with vision and compassion can create a lasting impact, not just in business, but in the lives of countless people across the country. Please join me in welcoming to the stage a true leader, change maker, and proud St. Clair College graduate, Mr. Chuck Kelly. Don't stumble now, I can't pick you up, I got a little sore back. No, come on. Welcome, Chuck.
That's what they call the bright lights.
This is bright lights. Hold the microphone up.
Okay.
Here we go. When we came in tonight, we were talking over there, and I did not know that part of your journey of life was Bobolo Island.
Yes, it was.
Another recruit and alumni of Bobolo Island. So let's start, never mind all this carny stuff, but what exactly did you do there?
I was in security.
Security. All right. All right, but you did choose to go in.
Which was really lost and found for children.
So I'm thinking security.
No.
It was what?
You were really an ambassador to the island.
You found kids?
They would find you.
Okay.
Can't find my parents.
Is that right?
You'd walk around for a half an hour, you'd find them. That was the beauty of the island. There was nowhere else to go,
You couldn't lose them.
basically.
Yeah, that's good. What was your favorite ride on Bobble? There had to be someone everyone had gone. There had to be one ride you got to go on, and you said, "Boy, I can hardly wait till everybody's gone, and I can go on one ride." What would have been the ride?
Dodge cars. The Dodge 'em cars?
Yes.
Yeah.
And who would you be dodging them with? No names?
No.
Okay, all right. Movati has been such a success, has been celebrated here locally, and of course your story across our whole country. You got to be pretty pleased with the vision that you had early on, but obviously you don't do things like this without a management team at all those locations and all those people. Is it a tough road for you day to day?
It's busy, but it's interesting, right? And I have an excellent team, as you said. No one does anything alone, so I've been very fortunate to be surrounded by passionate people.
What makes Movati different than anyone else? Not that I know about golds, or I just know more about Weight Watchers and things like that, but Movati, tell me about a crunch. That's the other one, eh? Could you imagine going into crunch? Have you been in a crunch, honestly?
Well, I have.
Okay.
For sure.
That's all. We'll leave it there. He's security, so I just don't know. But what's the difference of Movati? Why should someone?
It's an experience. It's more of an upscale product with more amenities than most.
Amherstburg has been so special to you. Growing up, you never left it. Why is so many people so happy with living and working and playing in Amherstburg? What's the secret of Amherstburg?
I mean, it's a small town, and if you go there, it's the scenery. So I get the opportunity to travel Canada and look for real estate. And it'll be pretty hard to find a community with the park along the river, with all the amenities that Amherstburg has. I mean, it's not a good time to talk about the U.S., but being able to go over and catch a flight at Detroit Metro, you have see games, sporting events. It's an exceptional community, and I think you can see there's a lot more people moving here because they're starting to figure out the value that was here.
Yeah. Yep. Making the jump from paramedic to business and health. What was that decision? What was it that put you over? Don't tell me it's like a good deal, or you all of a sudden went home and took the bike apart.
No. I always knew I wanted to have my own business one day, and I did enjoy paramedicine, but I wanted to be a little more proactive, and I enjoyed health clubs. And I sat down with my original partners, Al Quinnell and his brother, and there was another gentleman from town. And we talked about what was missing. And we came to the point where we said, the clubs aren't clean, they don't have friendly staff, and nothing gets repaired. So we kind of took that mantra and ran with it. And as you see at the beginning, and they still are, our teams are amazing, but our building got better over time. At the beginning, we could not afford what we have on Provincial, right next to the mall.
Yep.
But that level of service that came from our teams is what allowed us to. So I tell our teams, our building still hasn't caught up to you, but it's catching up.
Right on. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
First, I just want to take the opportunity to thank St. Clair College, the team that's put on what's going on tonight. And this is a huge event, and I'd like to thank them personally for the service and the food. Okay, bear with me. I got older eyes, and those are pretty bright. I wanted to start out by saying I got reached out, and when the college first reached out, it was John. I was actually about to go give blood, and I thought it was a joke. I'm like, who are you? Where are you calling from? And my initial reaction was a little bit of disbelief. And also, I don't know how anybody even knew I graduated in 1991. It seemed so long ago. You know, and I did some searching, and in 1991, the World Wide Web was launched, the first page, so we've come a long ways since that day. So I took the weekend. I told him I needed some time to think about it because it was kind of out of the blue. I mean, not kind of out of the blue, it was out of the blue, the phone call. So I went home, I talked with my wife about the conversation that I had with John. And, you know, public recognition does cause me anxiety. Being up here is not something you know, I look forward to, but I do appreciate the award. And she has always encouraged me to accept the award. I reflected on the 34 years after graduation and in all that has happened in my life. This would never have happened without my team of distinction. So with that, my team of distinction starts and is anchored by my wife, Angela. She believed in me when I came home with the crazy idea of mortgaging our future on a business I wanted to open. And her unwavering support, commitment, and love is the reason for me and our success. I want you to know you're the reason why I'm standing up here, Angela, and I thank you and love you. To my daughters, Rachel and Megan, you have always been an incredible inspiration for me, supportive, and have kept me grounded. My work team and partners at Movati, both past and present, have always been the strength of our business and success. I am fortunate to have a team of passionate heavy lifters who love assisting others on their health journeys. I would also like to give a huge shout out to St. Clair College, Greg Skomash and John Lasseline for the education in paramedicine and the opportunity to start my career in healthcare with Essex Windsor EMS, where I was a paramedic for 15 plus years. I believe I was leaving when Justin was starting. In 1998, my health career took a detour when we opened Movati. It went from acute medicine to preventative health care. The education and expertise from St. Clair College has opened many doors for me, and it cannot be understated its value. I'm incredibly humbled and grateful to have accepted this award, and thank you for everything tonight. Thank you, John. Where do I go?
Just right there. We'll take a picture.
Hey, where's that smile?
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now from the kitchens of Windsor and Essex County. Tonight we want to introduce you to a culinary powerhouse, community advocate and proud graduate of the college, class of 2011. Red Seal endorsed educator and chef. Adalina Sisti de Blasi. Well, hold on a minute. Stay in your kitchen. I haven't asked you to come up yet. Chef Adalina journey to the kitchen wasn't a straight line. She first pursued dental assisting, but it didn't take long to know that her true passion was to simmer to the surface. She founded and ran her own catering business for over a decade before returning to St. Clair College with one clear goal: to officially earn the title of chef. Since then, she hasn't just earned that title, she's redefined it. A fierce competitor and culinary artist, Chef has represented Canada at the Culinary Olympics in both 2020 and 2024 and was named National Chef of the Year in 2023. She's also a proud member of the Canadian Culinary Federation Honor Society and a firm believer in lifelong learning, a value she now passes on to her students as a secondary school culinary teacher and co-op specialist with the Greater Essex County District School Board. But beyond her accolades, Chef has driven by purpose. She is the founder and the heart behind the Unemployed Help Center, and June Muir is here with us tonight. Shout out to Unemployed Help Center. Their hubs possibilities. I'm telling you, you don't know what that's like till you go eat for like 3 hours of pasta and then come back to work just really enjoying it and do as much as we can. Well, our president emeritus over there, she doesn't remember that. I hope you bring me some. But that Hubs Possibility event initiative has raised over $100,000 to combat hunger and food insecurity in Windsor, Essex. She's also an active contributor to Meals on Wheels and Farm to Fork programs, using her skills to nourish both bodies and communities. As she humbly puts it, the cake itself came from the college. Everything else I've achieved is the frosting. Please join me in welcoming a passionate chef, devoted mentor, teacher, and always great to have a chef around. Come on up, Chef. I don't know what was going on there, but you worked the whole room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She learned that from June Muir.
You know what? I've learned a lot from June Muir. I couldn't be here without her, so yeah.
So, teeth to things going in the mouth. So tell me how you get from dental to chef in your mind and your journey.
When I was younger, my mother was a cook at the Chicharro Club of Windsor. And
are you Italians? No one's got a shout out for the
Italians,
Chicharro Club?
Yeah, Chicharro Club of Windsor, yeah, proud member there too. But yeah, so she was a cook, and when I was deciding what I wanted to do, I had the marks to become a dentist. My guidance counselor was saying, you need to go to university, and I said—
We don't always listen to those guidance counselors, just so you know. Those guidance counselors, yeah, we sometimes have to script them a little bit better.
I think there's something to be said about actively listening and then understanding what your goals are when you set them. And with one of the really nice things for me was the fact that my mom was a cook, and she said, you know, you really think about what you want to do for your future, because the hours are long. You know, a lot of chefs, when they're working, all the holidays you're missing with your family and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe that's not the career path you want to take. But yeah, so I started at St. Clair College, and I took dental assisting, and that was a really rewarding career. For quite a while, I became a treatment coordinator at a progressive dental practice, and I did that for a few years. And then I opened a catering company. And when
catering company, what was it called?
Adelina's Cuisine.
Well, that's pretty creative.
Yeah.
But, okay. I thought it was something more edgy than that.
Yeah,
but...
no, it was Adelina's Cuisine. My grandmother's name is Adelina.
Oh, pardon me.
Yes. And
Boy,
she was an
really
amazing cook, so I thought, you know what, you know, and my husband encouraged me. He says, you have such a beautiful name, you should put your name to something that you love. So, yeah.
I agree with your husband. Thank you. What was the best thing on that catering company? What was the #1 seller? What was the thing that you pushed, or everyone, once they had it, they had to have it every time? What was it?
My lasagna soup, which was
The
like
what?
lasagna soup that was made like a stew. And I called it lasagna stoop. And everybody loved it, and it was like a big seller. So it was basically like a lasagna soup, but it had all
what
of
about the noodles?
The noodles were lasagna noodles, homemade lasagna noodles that I made.
I hope they were cut up.
Yeah, they were cut up. I guess it's one of those things you have to try it.
I'll have to work on that. The Chef Carmen will work on the stoop.
Yep.
Must have been very rewarding for you to partner up with this wonderful lady and everyone
Absolutely.
and all the team. So a lot of the team here from Unemployed
Yeah,
Health
I have
Center
a whole
here
team here
tonight.
from UHC and the community
What is it?
kitchen.
What's it like working with them?
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. I get to teach. Our school was deemed, or UHC was deemed an off-site campus. So they've graciously allowed me to be there with a classroom and my students. I teach theory as well as the culinary. My students get hands-on practical experience by cooking for Meals on Wheels. They get to see how many people are in need, and they learn empathy just from being able to feed and nourish so many other families and people who are in need.
And shout out to all the people supporting it. I know the college has supported it. Unifor has been a big part of them, and other unions and everything. So let's hear from you now.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Take that.
Good evening, everyone, and special congratulations to my fellow award recipients. Special thank you to June Muir, CEO of UHC, for nominating me for this prestigious award. I am beyond honored to accept this Alumni of Distinction award tonight. To be recognized by the very institution that helped shape my path is not only humbling, it's deeply emotional. This moment is a full circle one, and I carry it with pride, not just for myself, but for every person who has ever poured belief, support, and encourage into me. Before I get too emotional, I'll warm things up with a little food humor, because what's a chef without a bit of seasoning, right? They say you are what you eat, so I must be fast, fresh, and just a little bit spicy. And if anyone here was late for dinner, don't worry, the speech is full of cheesy moments and a generous dash of humble pie. Now on to what really matters. I stand here tonight not only as a chef, educator, and community advocate, but as the daughter of loving immigrant parents who arrived in this country with calloused hands, open hearts, and a firm belief in education as the pathway to a better life. They instilled values that shaped every part of who I am. That knowledge is power, and that I should dream big and dare to fail, and that mistakes are just stepping stones on the road to success. They taught me how to show up early, stay late, and soak up knowledge like a sponge, to surround myself with people who inspire me, not to feel small, but to grow tall, and above all, to choose something that you're passionate about and stay tremendously interested in it. At St. Clair College, those values took root. This just wasn't where I studied, it's where I found purpose. I had the opportunity to apply my classroom learning in real-world life settings, explore the depths of culinary and hospitality, and gain the confidence that only hands-on experience can bring. The mentorship, the standards, the sense of community, those were the real ingredients of my education. Graduating top of my class and receiving the 2011 Student Leadership Award set the tone for a career defined by both learning and leadership. St. Clair College gave me more than skills. It gave me a sense of purpose and community and introduced me to the Canadian Culinary Federation. That foundation led me to earn my Red Seal, become a certified teacher, teach at the college, and now teach for the Greater Essex County District School Board, and mentor high school students at the community kitchen. It's come full circle. I get to give back to the very spaces and people who once helped shape me. And everything that I do, whether it's in the kitchen or the classroom, it's always more than just about the food. It's about connection, community, and lifting others up the way I was lifted. As a member of Culinary Team Canada, I've had the immense honor of representing our country on the world stage from 2020 to 2024, ranking 6th in the world at the ICA Culinary Olympics. I've also had the joy of being named Canada's 2023 National Chef of the Year, only the second person from Windsor to do so since 1974, and being inducted into Canada's Culinary Honor Society, Canada's Culinary Federation Honor Society last year. A vital part of that journey has been the mentorship of my fellow Culinary Team Canada members, chefs who pushed me to be my best, and the invaluable support of the members of the Culinary Federation, nationally, internationally, and most important, right here in Windsor. Through their networking, leadership, and professional development opportunities, I found not just colleagues, but a family of passionate people who live to raise the bar in our industry. But one of my proudest moments has not been on the world stage. They've been right here in my community. Co-chairing Possibilities with June Muir and the UHC team, alongside CF Windsor President Chef Anthony DeLupin, and many dedicated members, we raised over $103,000 in 2 years to fight food insecurity in Windsor, Essex. With support from Chicharo Club, local students, teachers, restaurants, unions, sponsors, and volunteers, this annual fundraiser has become our local industry's biggest community outreach effort. Whether teaching Italian cuisine or volunteering at community events, I've always believed that food should nourish both body and soul, and that's what fuels me. Possibilities is in October. Anybody who chooses to come, you can go to Mavati after. And I could not have done it alone. A shout out to my fellow teachers, kitchen colleagues, and friends. You champions of chaos and masters of mischief. You bring laughter and just the right amount of distraction to keep me mostly sane. Life wouldn't nearly be as fun without you. A big thank you to my siblings, Anna, Tony, John, my in-laws, Paula, Lisa, Nancy, and Glenn. Happy birthday, Glenn. He came out for me today. My amazing nieces and nephews, and my 2 nephews that are here, Mike and Luca. Big shout out. What? Oh, Angela. Oh, I forgot my sister. It was funny when when I was preparing my speech, there were a couple of, I don't know what you want to call them, a few moments of laughter where they said, one, don't go as long as Bob Belichico. Sorry, Bob. And then they said, because I have the gift of gab, and I'm usually the one doing the questions, never the answers, so that's kind of my thing. But thank you, John, you did a great job. I appreciate it. Our interpreter was amazing. But I just wanted to say a shout out to my siblings who I didn't want to name because they were going to make me cry, because every time I look at them, that's what happens. So I didn't want to do that. But anyways, they are my confidants, my cheerleaders, my lifelong taste testers who have bravely sampled everything I cooked, from questionable childhood experiments to slightly more edible adult recipes. Your brutally honest, unsolicited critiques have been my unofficial quality control. Honestly, without you, I wouldn't be half the cook or nearly as thick-skinned. To the heart of my home, my husband Piero, and my 3 incredible children, Dario, Anessa, and Alessio, thank you. You've watched me push myself, return to school as a mature student, chase impossible goals, and balance it all with fire in my belly. You've been patient, supportive, and proud through every chapter and every accolade. Your love has been the secret ingredient in everything I do. Finally, to St. Clair College, thank you for being the beginning of all of it. You are the layers of a well-built cake, and tonight's award is really the sweetest frosting. To my mentors, peers, students, friends, and family, this honor is yours too. And every aspiring student, keep showing up, keep learning, and never stop believing that your dream is worth the work. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'll take that and I'll give it back to you. Go ahead and get your picture.
This is also for you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Very close, guys. Right there, 1, 2, switch, there, good.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Congrats. Doesn't sure either way.
Okay.
Would you like us to stay?
You stay there for a minute. Well, oh, sorry, handoff. Again, round of applause for all of our honorees tonight. I'd like to thank our interpreters. Thank you very much, Kellyanne and Earth. Thank you very much. What's that?
Beth.
No, Beth and Mary. Sorry, it's Beth. Beth and Kellyanne. Sorry. Sorry. To the chef and the chefs in the back and our staff here at St. Clair College Center for the Arts. Round of applause for them, please. St. Clair College of Advancement Office, we appreciate all they did for us. Rich Garten, Mike Poirier, and their production team, thank them, round of applause. You'll see their handiwork a little later. Where's John? John from Suitors right there, best guy behind, next to Nick Brancaccio and Dan Janice, I may say, but John from Suitors, the best they got, and of course the family and friends of the recipients. Again, this is important for all of us. We, as a college, since 1967, have been investing in lives. So if you enjoyed yourself, you got some great ideas, you got to hear some great stories, and those of you watching on Kojiko, your TV, we want to tell you that that's what we do. We are the proudest post-secondary education in this region. So proud of these stories and the stories of our Saints athletics and our TSI and our SRC and the students coming in and the students that are going to be graduating this year. We're proud of everybody. But that's what we do at St. Clair College. So spread the good words, brothers and sisters. St. Clair College, join us in the nation. Saints Nation. How about that, everybody? And I would be remiss, before the last thing I say, to wish a very happy birthday to Ronaldo Agostino. Stand up there. His birthday is tomorrow. Him and his brother, his twin brother, Ramo. But I will not sing for you because I got to think of this lasagna soup or something. I got to start thinking about. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for your generosity and support towards St. Clair College students. These scholarships are supporting me with the hopes of pursuing a bachelor and master degree of architecture following my years at St. Clair. Your contribution truly helps us to rise above.
This scholarship is really important to me. It's not only reducing my financial burden, but also an encouragement to my future career.
Hello, my name is Kenechiko Enem, and I'm very grateful to be honored with this scholarship from the Student Representative Council, the International Student Scholarship. This scholarship means a lot to me, and it takes me a bit closer to my dream. And I want to thank the donors, I want to thank the school, I want to appreciate everyone that put their confidence and trust in me by giving me this award. Thank you.
I want to thank my donors from the bottom of my heart for receiving the Brett Fields Memorial Scholarship. It provides me just one step closer to my dream of becoming a primary care paramedic for Essex Windsor EMS. I am very thankful. Being able to be recognized by a community means a lot to me, and it'll go for a long way in my career and success. Thank you.
Scholarship just really helped me to reduce my financial burden and helped me to pursue my study more. So that's really appreciate me to pursue my study more. And well, I'm a student of the chemical laboratories, and my fees is technically too much, so it can help me to reduce my little bit of burden.
Hi, my name is Maya, and the scholarship means so much to me. It gives me the motivation that I need to keep working hard, to keep my grades up, to finish the program. It means that somebody out there believes in me and supports me, and it means a lot, and I'm really honored to receive the scholarship. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Eli, and I'm incredibly grateful for this scholarship. But most importantly, it has helped me to take a significant step toward to conquer my dream to pursue a higher education here in Canada. I want to thank the scholarship committee for believing in me and investing in my future. Muchas gracias.
It helps me with finance, since what I would like to pursue is university and beyond, and which will cost a lot of money. So that is why I'm really grateful for this scholarship.
So a scholarship means to me is that it shows that a person's doing their best they can in their course that they decided to take. Scholarships help many people in financial situations such as myself. I'm very glad and thankful for the people that are awarding me these scholarships that I'm graciously accepting today.
Hi, my name is Sophia, and I'd like to take this moment to say how grateful I am to be here today and to tell you how much this scholarship means for me, as being an international student can be really challenging sometimes, and knowing that there are people out there who believe in me, who want to support me, means the world for me.
I wanted to thank my scholarship donor for the Bruce and Catherine White Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship means a lot to me, as it will help me in my future endeavors as becoming a nurse. It helps me keep up my academic studies, and I'm very thankful for your donation and your generosity.
So a scholarship to me means a lot of opportunity and a lot less weight on my shoulders, trying to balance social, work, and study life at the same time.
Okay, so this scholarship is an opportunity to continue living my dream, not just for me, but for my whole family. Thank you.
Get a scholarship for me, it's a recognition for all my effort and an opportunity to still continue my studies here in St. Clair College.
So scholarship will help me with my current program right now. I can focus on my academic career, and it'll alleviate some financial stress. Thank you for providing me the scholarship.
Hi, my name is Ibiso, and I'm a second-year hospitality student from St. Clair College, and I am a recipient of the Carlo Negri Memorial Scholarship. And I just want to say a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. A big thank you to the scholarship committee for choosing me. I really appreciate this, and the scholarship means a lot to me because it's going to assist me in paying my tuition for the spring 2025 semester, and I really appreciate this. I just want to say thank you so much. I love you guys.
So I'd like to thank everyone involved in this, the donors, the chair of my program, Ruth Susanna, my program coordinator, Darren Takaki, all my professors, my classmates who are always with me until late at night, sometimes at the labs, struggling with the assignments. I'm very grateful for everyone from the bottom of my heart. And obrigado, muito obrigado, St. Clair College.
Sì.
Merci.
Dalu, merci beaucoup.
Imete.
Dhanyawad.
Thank you.
Grazie.
Muchas gracias.
Domo arigatou gozaimasu.
Shiro dyakuya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias. Gracias.
谢谢.
Thank you.
Here at St. Clair College, we're more than just a school.
We give you the full student experience. St. Clair College has many campuses. The main Windsor campus, our downtown campuses, and our Chatham campus.
Our main Windsor campus offers the Student Life Center and lush green spaces, including our tropical greenhouse and beautiful spaces to kick back and relax.
Our downtown campus features the Chrysler Theater, the Mediaplex, One Riverside, 333 Riverside, and the TD Student Success Center.
Chatham campus offers an indoor study area, a patio, and the Thames Arena.
Expand your involvement by joining one of our many academic clubs or by participating in our on-campus events.
You can even become a class rep or run for student government.
If you're feeling hungry, we have plenty of places to eat, including fast food, international cuisine, or even Griff's Pub.
You can even experience a taste of class at our student-run restaurant, Eatery 101.
All St. Clair College full-time students get a free golf membership at Woodland Hills. Work on your game or practice a new sport at this great facility.
Plus, every full-time student gets a free gym membership here at the Sportsplex in Windsor or at the Healthplex in Chatham. And here at our main Windsor campus, you can enjoy a relaxing dip in our pool. We also have intramural and varsity sports teams which compete in national tournaments. We offer great scholarship opportunities to our varsity teams, including members of esports.
No matter which campus you're attending, this is a home away from home.
And a great place to make connections and friendships that will last a lifetime.
At St. Clair College, you're part of a culture and a community within a community.
We're more than just a college. We are Saints Nation.